Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2023, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF. It's just another Mikayla Monday, oh Lord. Beast! How are you guys doing? Well, I have returned to Indianapolis from Miami, Florida, where we had a very, very extended vacation back home again in Indiana. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so today we're going to talk about Mikayla Nogueira. First of all, I have some things to say, okay? Now, Mikayla got sent to the Super Bowl, of which she got suites and all private concerts and all kinds of things, right? Then she got sent to Wyoming, and she got private dinners. I went to Ultra Music Festival, and I went to the Sheen Boutique, the free pop-up, and all I got was this private... it just broke! It just broke! Oh my God, I cannot believe it. Well, that's Sheen for you, I guess. I got this Sheen plastic necklace that broke on my fat neck because it wouldn't even sit on there. We were at Ultra Music Festival and we were walking around, and Sheen was one of the sponsors, and so they had this pop-up. It was very, very cool. They had like a glam station where you could like have these people do your makeup, and then they had a hairstylist that were like doing like really cool stuff for hair, and then they had this like photo booth, that 360 photo booth. I put my friend Melissa and my husband Alex and we did it, where you're like dancing, and so anyway, we did the 360 booth, and it was really fun. So thank you, Sheen, for that. No, this video is not sponsored. God, I wish this video was sponsored by Sheen. Tacky much. But anyway, I think I'll just leave this here, kind of like an open tie a little bit. It's probably the most use I'm going to get out of it, because after this it's going to go right in the trash. But anyway, I'm back home again. I made it home last night on the plane. We had such a fantastic last day in Miami. If you want to hear about all of my days in Miami, I have been vlogging the whole trip on my vlog channel, Peter Vlogs. And today I am going to be talking about our last 2 days. Yesterday we hung out with friends that live in Miami, and we had a fantastic lunch, and then our friend drove us to the airport. And then on the plane, I watched Glass Onion because I haven't seen it yet. It was so good. And then I watched this movie that came out like several years ago with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, and it was called Murder Mystery. Apparently there's 2 of them. So I started watching it, and I got through like the first half, and then when I got home, I finished. It was so good. If you guys have never seen this movie before, it reminds me of like murder mystery adventure movies from like the 80s, which I absolutely loved, like Outrageous Fortune and Ruthless People. Do you guys remember those movies from back in the 80s? Like those kind of Death on the Nile, Romancing the Stone. It reminds me of all of those movies, and it's called Murder Mystery, and it's on Netflix, and it's fantastic. My husband had already seen it, but I was like, I haven't seen this movie. So anyway... and then this guy that was sitting next to us on the plane, he was so funny. He had like this big like fedora on, and he was like, I think we have the same hat brand on. And I go, oh, Goran? And he was like, yeah. And Alex goes, my husband's obsessed with them. He has like 60. And the guy goes, his wife goes, yeah, my husband has like 60 of them too. So anyway, but I'm home, and I am ready to talk about the drama. The drama of it all. I have like 575,600 minutes. I have so many drama videos to catch up on. So this week might be me catching up on a few of those drama videos. I also announced this on my vlog. This is not going to be happening immediately, but I am trying to go in and do a very concerted effort, because I love reality TV, you guys, and I'm trying to go in and like go back and watch old seasons of like 1,000-Pound Sisters and Sister Wives and things like that. I just started watching Below Deck. I know I have 15 seasons of every different franchise to watch, but and then I think I'm going to start doing a lot of coverage over here of like the Real Housewives and Sister Wives, and there's like a new Sister Wives show that's called like the Brother-in-Law's Sister Wives or something like that. But I'm going to try to do some of that coverage in here too. Not like every day. Not like every day. I'm still going to do the YouTube drama, but just sprinkling it here and there. And I've been saying for a while that I wanted to do other videos of like things that I'm interested in, and I got to start mixing it up a little bit. You know, I got to start mixing it up a little bit, but... trust, on Thursday when Thursday or Friday when Shane Dawson releases his oh no, it's tomorrow. the release of the Shane Dawson new series comes out tomorrow. I probably will be making a video about that, so just wait. Just you wait. Henry Higgins, just you wait. All right, so today we're going to talk about, today is Mikayla Mondays. You know, like back in the day, did you ever watch YouTube back in the day and like people would have like Mondays, like they would do like a certain kind of video on Mondays and then Wednesdays and then Friday and they would like upload 3 times a week? I think that I'm going to make Mondays Mikayla Mondays. Now, I would love to tell you that I don't think that she's going to get in any more drama, and so I won't need to dedicate an entire day to Mikayla Nogueira, but I don't believe that's the case. I was hoping for you, gal. Oh my God, we were rooting for you, Mikayla. We were rooting for you. But just recently, she got herself in a little bit more drama, and this is the thing to me. When I look at the patterns of these people, this is driving me crazy. I'm sorry, I have to take it off. I mean, it's literally junk, right? So when I look at the patterns of these people, that is what is very interesting to me, okay? And it's not necessarily the patterns of their scams and cons. It's more to me the patterns of how they handle these situations that they get themselves into, you know? Like, for example, and I know that not everybody agrees with me on this, but, you know, back in the day when we had, like, Dramageddon 1, and you saw that, like, it was, like, Nikita and Laura and Manny and Gabriel, right? And then, like, Manny and Laura seemed to do a really, really good job, and Gabriel, too, and Nikita, she just didn't care. But, like, they seemed to do a really good job of kind of, like, staying out of drama for a very long time. In fact, I approached both Laura and Manny wanting to kind of interview them about Dramageddon 1, and they wanted no part of it. They were like, no, we're moving on. We don't want any part of this, blah, 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 whatever, right? And they just tried to improve their careers to the best of their ability. God love her, that gray hoodie apology, but to their best of their abilities, they tried to take some accountability and they tried to take some ownership over it, right? I mean, yes, a lot of people are like, no, it was a true fail and whatever. And, you know, Manny said that, gosh darn it, his career might be in the red, but his life was in the green, you know? And I love that quote, right? But, like, they at least tried to move on and take some accountability and make some changes, okay? So, when I look at that, I think that speaks to people's character, okay? I think that speaks to somebody's character. For example, James Charles, this is what he does. This is James Charles' pattern, is that he gets himself into some trouble. He takes some time off. He never really addresses it, or if he does address it, he deletes whatever how he addresses it, like if it's in a video. He acts like, who? Me? What? No. And then he comes back out, and he's like, oh, like it never happened. And then a month or two later, he gets himself back in drama again, and then he doesn't address it, and he takes a couple, you know, weeks or months off. At this point, nobody cares about him, so he doesn't take any time off at all. But that's just kind of the pattern of James Charles. I'm more interested in the pattern of how they handle these situations because I think that really speaks to the person's character, okay? Because I am a believer that as human beings, we are going to continue to make mistakes. We are going to continue to screw up. We're not going to get things right on a regular basis. But at some point, you kind of learn as a student of life that lessons in life are presented to you. And are you going to take them as opportunities for growth? Or are you going to ignore them and act like they just don't matter because I'm so grandiose and I'm so fantastic and fancy and rich that it doesn't matter to me? And that is the real problem with Mikayla Nogueira, okay? And I think that when people say that it's all gone to her head, I don't even know that when they say that, and I'm not really trying to step on anybody's toes or come for your comments, because I know that everybody has said that comment to me, or many people have said that comment to me, but I don't even know, like, after I've evaluated that comment, that people really realize that what they mean by that is, because yes, she's very flashy, she shows off her life and whatever, right? But there's a lot of influencers that do that, okay? I think that if you really look at that statement, okay, that it's all gone to Mikayla's head, what there is a lack of accountability, a total sense of entitlement, that she doesn't owe anybody anything, and that she is so deserving of all of this, right? When really what it is that she just uploads TikToks and she got lucky. Let's just call it what it is. That's exactly what it is, okay? You know, and I'm not a complete believer. I'm not a complete non-believer. I'm not a believer. But I'm not a complete, like, I am not sure that TikTok, YouTube, Instagram don't push certain people. I have seen it before, and so I don't know that for some reason Mikayla didn't get pushed in the algorithm, so she couldn't just be the next big beauty influencer. I don't know, okay? There's a lot of people out there whose makeup skills and their personality and their charisma and things like that are so much better than Mikayla's. So for Mikayla to be at the top of the game, I don't really understand it, right? But she doesn't ever address any situations, and she doesn't take any accountability for the mistakes that she's made, and she seems very, very entitled, okay? So now you've got this, like, thunderstorm that has, like, erupted that is Mikayla Nogueira. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to continue to erupt until it destroys her career at some point. There's going to be something that happens. She's kind of lucked herself out of it. And this is the problem, okay? Like, if you look at anybody out there that's rich and famous, that's gotten away with a lot of crap, right? That eventually falls at one point. We've all seen the documentaries. We've all seen the movies. We've all seen the 2020 specials, right? The problem with it is, with each situation, like Lashgate, you know, or like the filters of people calling her out for her filters, or now, what I'm going to talk about in this video today, this Gofundme. With each situation that they kind of get away with, what it tells them is, I don't have to be accountable. Yes, I can be entitled, because I do deserve, I mean, it just continues to feed their ego, arrogance, and pride, right? And that's the problem with Mikayla. And I have been very, very fair to Mikayla. I don't want to hear anybody come over here and say that I haven't. I have been very, very fair to her. I have given her a lot of good advice. I have said to her, because I truly, truly believe this, and I'll make this very short because I've said it in a lot of videos, that if Mikayla were able to take these situations as opportunities for change and growth, and to say, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be the most authentic, real beauty influencer that you have ever seen out there. I'm going to own all of my crap, not because I owe it to anybody, because that's what people always say to me. They don't owe it to you. Okay, not because she owes it to us, you know, but just because she wants to be a better person, you know, and then she's going to come out and say, I'm going to be the realest person. I'm not going to take sponsorships that I don't believe in, you know. I'm going to tell you the real deal. And even if I meet Selena Gomez for Rare Beauty and she puts me up in a hotel in New York City and she flies me out there and she gives me a bunch of makeup, if I think the makeup's crap, I'm going to tell you the makeup's crap, okay? Can you imagine what people would think? They would be like, oh my God, like this girl is the real deal, right? And it would be unbelievable. It would be something like we have never seen before. And she's literally sitting right there with the ability to do that, and she will not do it because I think she's too afraid, number one, of losing everything she's got. And she's looking at all these people from the past, like the Toddy Westbrooks and the Jeffree Stars and the James Charles and all this kind of stuff. And the Jaclyn Hills. She's Jaclyn Hill 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 6.0, 9.0. And she's kind of like trying to do the MO of what they did in the past, right? But it's not going to work for her because it's a new day. Okay, like Celine Dion said. You know what I mean? It's a new day. And listen, it's not going to work for her. It's just not. She's going to screw the pooch eventually. So let me tell you what happened. And I know there's been a lot of drama videos made about this already, okay? So, Mikayla came out with this hairstylist friend of hers. I don't know what his name is. Brad Arrington, Jeffrey Allington. I don't know what his name is, okay? Some world famous. The only world famous hairstylist that I know, except for, what's Jose Bear? Did I just date myself? Anyway, the only famous hairstylist that I know is Justin Anderson and his fiancée Scoot, because I love them so much. They are so cute, and I follow them on Instagram, and I love Justin so much. But anyway, I don't know who this person is, but anyway, apparently they did this GoFundMe, okay, for trying to raise $25,000 to go towards the Boston Children's Hospital. And I think that's very nice. I think that's wonderful, okay, that you would want to raise money for the Boston Children's Hospital. Now, I do think it's a little interesting, okay, that she comes out with a GoFundMe with this other guy, okay, and all this kind of stuff, and she doesn't say anything when we all know that she's making hundreds of thousands of, not millions of dollars, all right? And she doesn't say anything like, I will match donations. That's my first thing that I thought was real interesting, right? She doesn't say anything about, I'm going to match donations. Now, first of all, let's remember, okay? I didn't cover this in a video, but a lot of people did. She came out several months ago when the whole Roe versus Wade thing happened, and she was crying on TikTok saying she was very, very upset about it, and she was going to donate part of her proceeds and things like that to Roe versus Wade. But she didn't say any organizations at that time. Now, she has since come out in the comment of a TikTok. Somebody asked her, and she responded to this in the comment of a TikTok. I'm like, girl, this is where you choose to respond. This is where you get in a TikTok, right? And you say, hey, you guys, I just want you to know that this issue, that I cried my eyes out, because people are like, she wasn't even crying in that video. She acted so upset, but she wasn't crying. This video that I cried so much about because I so truly believe in, these are the charities that I donated to. And I want to bring attention to that because I so fully believe in these charities that I donated $5,000 to this one, $20,000 to this one, $1,000 to this one. I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. And I'm going to give you their information, which she put underneath there then, right? But she didn't say which one so I don't know. I just I don't get it, okay? So then she comes out with this charity. Now, this is where I feel like, this is where there's that hope in me, right? I always have this hope for people that I really feel like Mikayla is very young. And this is where, through the years, I have talked to these people. You know, I've talked to them on the phone. I've talked to them in text messages. I don't anymore, okay? I don't because they're foolish. They're fools. They're arrogant. They think they know everything, okay? I mean, I have talked to these people and said, almost every one of these people, I have said, you need to hire a PR person. It would cost you $30,000 to $40,000 a year, probably what you make on one video, to have somebody on speed dial so that when something happens, you can call them up and they can put a statement together or they can tell you how to handle the situation. No. I've always handled this on my own. I know how to handle this situation. I know how to, that every single person has told me that. Every single person, okay? They think they know too much, right? And then they get in a situation, and what happens? They done screwed the pooch again, see? They done screwed the pooch. And then they wonder why they keep on getting themselves in these situations. I don't believe that they have these teams. They always talk about these teams they have. I don't believe they have a bunch of teams, right? Do I believe that Mikayla has a sponsorship manager? Absolutely. Do I think she has an editor for her TikToks? Absolutely. Do I think that she has somebody that she's calling about all these situations she gets herself into? No, because that person would say to her, girl, you don't need to go after all these people talking about what you were like in high school and blah, 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 blah. You're either not going to say anything at all or you're going to address all of these issues. And if you're going to address the issues, then you better address the issues that are really coming for your career, like Lashgate and on and on and on. Okay, but I digress. So anyway, Mikayla came out with this GoFundMe, and this GoFundMe, she was trying to raise $25,000, and I think it was something to the degree of, like, if you donated $5 or more, you were able to be part of this, this giveaway where two people were going to win Chanel purses, okay? She didn't say what Chanel purse. She didn't say none of that, okay? She didn't say if it was a 6-year-old Chanel purse. She just said two people were going to win Chanel purses, okay? Well, a lot of people were digging into this, and what they said was that violates terms of service of GoFundMe. That you can't do giveaways when you do GoFundMes, okay? And if you do, you can't really basically be asking people for money in exchange for, like, a giveaway, okay? Like, you can't be like, you know, when it's like y'all play bingo. Oh my God, I love the bingo so much. Don't you, with the dabbers and all that kind of stuff? Well, I really like the food at the bingo halls. That's like my favorite, okay? My friend and I, we used to go to the Moose Lodge in Noblesville, Indiana all the time. Oh my God. And then they would play, they would have the intermission, and that's when everybody, like when the ladies had all the baked goods, and you go over there to get your lemon bars. Anyway, but you get the tickets, you know, and then the tickets sometimes would win you something at the end. Okay, so it's kind of like the same thing, but you can't do that, okay? You can't do that. Apparently, that's against terms of service on this GoFundMe, right? Which was news to me, honestly. I didn't know that. What was interesting was, after a week or something, like 4 or 5 days of her having this GoFundMe up, she'd only raised like $70 to $100. Nobody was donating any money, which I think is very interesting, okay? Because I have friends of mine that do those things on Facebook where they like try to raise like $200 for their birthday and things like that. And like, I'm telling you, within like 20 minutes, and these are not rich friends of mine, okay? Within like 20 minutes or an hour or something, they got like half of the money from people. But Mikayla Nogueira, with millions of followers and subscribers, she can't even get more than $100? Girl! Girl, listen, okay? Why don't you sell those Chanel purses on Poshmark and donate the money to the Boston Children's Hospital? I can't, okay? So then there are a lot of people that are coming out and they're saying that the reason that she is donating this money is because it's a tax write-off. I don't know about that, okay? I don't know anything about that. I don't know how GoFundMes look as tax write-offs and all that kind of stuff. What I do know, okay, is that all these people, let's just say if 25,000 people donated $1 each, right? She ain't bringing those 25,000 people with her to the Boston Children's Hospital. No. Mikayla Nogueira is going to be the one holding that big check right there, okay? Like they done shown up at her house with the sweepstakes back in the day, you know? And she's going to be holding that check, and she's going to be the one looking so grand. Because that is what is important to Mikayla Nogueira, to look grand. Now, I think it is fantastic that she wanted to do this GoFundMe, okay? And I think it is fantastic that she wanted to raise $25,000 for a children's hospital. I'm sure that they could use it, okay? But unfortunately, the GoFundMe was taken down because enough people complained about it. It was against terms of service because she was doing this giveaway, right? So what I don't understand about this is why she didn't turn around and come out with another. She hasn't addressed it, apparently, to this day, okay? Still hasn't addressed it. Because what does Mikayla Nogueira do best? Not makeup. What does Mikayla do best? Not complain on TikTok. What does Mikayla do best? Not take sponsorships and non-disclose them. Mikayla Nogueira does best is that she avoids situations that she has to take accountability for, right? So she still hasn't taken accountability for this situation. She still hasn't addressed it. What I don't understand about this, okay, is why Mikayla didn't get in a TikTok and she didn't say, you guys listen, I was trying to do something that would be beneficial to you and to the Boston Children's Hospital. Because this is where I said, oh, like I was, trying to be hopeful. She's young. I don't believe she has a team of people around her. I think she comes up with these ideas and she, whatever. And maybe, every time I say that in a video, people are like, you're giving this girl too much benefit. Maybe I am, okay? And I can tell you, with Jaclyn Hill, it took me about 2-3 years for me to give her too much credit, okay? I'm about run out on credit. I mean, she is about charged her limit of Mikayla at my store, okay? So her credit's about done at my store, okay? Because you don't have this many screw-ups, and it's just accident. You just don't, okay? But to fix an accident like this, I am not a PR person. I do not have a degree in management, PR management. I do not have a business degree. I pull this stuff literally out of my ASS, okay? So I don't understand why it's so easy for me to figure this out, but Mikayla can't figure this out, okay? With a team or not a team. And if she does have a team, she should fire that team, okay? Because number one, that team should have looked at terms of service with this this GoFundMe. Number one, whoever told her that she could do that GoFundMe, she should fire immediately, okay? Number two, if she does have a team, they aren't giving her very good advice. So this is why I don't believe she has a team of people around her, okay? Or she's not listening to anything she said because she's like Jaclyn Hill and she just surrounds herself with yes men, okay? Which is what Marlene Estelle just told us about Jaclyn Hill not too long ago on Twitter. She said, yeah, she surrounds herself with yes people. So she's never going to hear anything, okay? What I don't understand is why Mikayla did not come out and make another TikTok, okay, after the GoFundMe was taken down and say, you guys listen, I was trying to do something that would be beneficial for the Boston Children's Hospital. I was also trying to do something that would be nice and beneficial to you, okay, which is why I did the GoFundMe giveaway. I was not aware that it was against terms of service. But because of that, I'm going to go back and put up the GoFundMe again, unless she's not able to, unless they're like, no, you can never do another GoFundMe. Maybe that's the case, I don't know. But she could have somebody else do it, like her mom or Cody or somebody like that. But she could say, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go and put another GoFundMe up. There will be no giveaway this time. This is only to benefit the Boston Children's Hospital. And I hope you know that this is something that I truly believe in. I want to do something nice for them. This is something that really means a lot to me, okay? And I'm sorry that I made this mistake. I was really just trying to do something that would be nice for everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. Why can she not address any issues? And then you want to get in some effing TikTok. This is what heats me up, okay? People are like, oh, you go crazy. No, I am like this on the Ultimate Girls Trip when I watch it, okay? This drives me crazy. The audacity of these people. to then get in a TikTok, okay? Because she's going to make some snarky TikTok, trust, okay? Just like she did with Lashgate, and go, we all know why we're all here. Well, why, Mikayla? Because you continue to screw up time and time and time and time and time and time again, and all of your fans call it an unbothered queen? No, okay? And this is what that really, really confuses me. At this point, okay, this is where I don't understand it. And this is where, as somebody that is a smaller creator, okay, that on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, I've seen this for years now, on Vine, whatever, okay? There are those protected few, all right? Mikayla has violated terms of service on Instagram with not disclosing affiliate codes, on brand sponsorships on TikTok. She doesn't disclose when the Lashgate thing. She doesn't disclose all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, that's against terms of service. She also is supposedly using these filters and all this kind of stuff. I mean, all these things that she has done, and that they continue to allow her to have this platform where she continues to do these things, right? It's baffling to me, and it's baffling to me that more people aren't calling it out. Like, there is just like a few beauty influencers at this point that are just like saying something, you know, but like other than that, there's most of beauty influencers are just like, they don't want to say anything. And I think that the reason why is because they're so afraid, because this is what they learned for Dramageddon, right? Like, let's not forget the lessons of the past are repeated, right? Okay. When Dramageddon 1 happened, what happened with that was that all of a sudden, we're looking at Manny, Laura, Nikita, and Gabriel, and everything from their past came out, right? Okay, so then when it was the next person, everything from their past came out. And now we're looking at all these people, okay? And then it was the next person, and nobody wanted to insert their opinion, right? And so finally, when we get to the final chapter of it, and it's Jeffrey and Tati and Shane, and they're all opening their mouths, right? Like, everybody's watching them so closely because they're like, okay, they are so screwed up, this four, and that is ultimately what really ruined all of their careers. So I think a lot of these beauty influencers are scared to death because if they come out and they say anything against Mikayla, it's like, and we're going to shift our attention to that person, and then there's going to be a drama video made called Manny MUA calls out Mikayla Nogueira. I already made that video, right? Okay, and then we're going to be looking at Manny MUA and what Manny's doing and all this kind of stuff, and Manny don't want that, see? Manny's like, no, I don't need that, okay? But then what did you get into this business for? Here's my question. Then what did you get into the business of doing makeup for? What did you get into this? Why did you fight all of this to be on YouTube and to get the views and to have, I mean, why? So that somebody could take your integrity away? So that somebody could take, you know, what the beauty influencer space really meant on YouTube or in TikTok or anywhere, right? Why did you do it? Just to let this gal come along so that she could make as much money as possible and that all of you guys could suffer as a result of that? Like, that's sad to me, you know? I am such a believer. I love this movie so much. It's called The Contender, and it is one of the most fantastic movies in the entire world. And there is a quote in that movie, and the quote is at the very end of the movie, and it says that principles only mean something if you stick to them when they're inconvenient. I don't understand why these beauty influencers aren't sticking to their principles and standing up and calling this BS out. I just do not understand it. And to those of you out there, the 4 or 5 that are, congratulations. I have mad respect for you. Anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comments section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.